Добрый день, уважаемые коллеги. Рад приветствовать всех.
We traditionally discuss aspects of the international agenda that are relevant to Russian business.
Мы в таком формате традиционно
Naturally, we assess opportunities for promoting the interests of Russian companies in foreign markets,
и, разумеется,
including through the tools available to our Foreign Policy Service.
российских компаний на зарубежных
Supporting entrepreneurs through our diplomacy is one of the key priorities outlined in the foreign policy concept approved by President Putin in 2023.
и поддержку
Today, we have agreed to consider a range of issues related to enhancing our practical cooperation in the Central Asian direction.
закреплен в концепции внешней.
Before we proceed to the discussion, I would like to highlight a few points that we consider most important.
Сегодня мы договорились
First and foremost, Russia remains one of the leading trade and economic partners of the Central Asian region.
на центральноазиатском направлении.
Our combined trade turnover with these countries exceeds $45 billion annually.
Несколько слов сказать.
Approximately 24,000 companies with Russian capital operate in Central Asia.
Прежде всего,
Joint projects are being implemented, the share of settlements in national currencies is growing,
центральноазиатского региона.
and transport and logistics infrastructure is improving. In our neighboring Central Asian countries,
Там же
there is a sustained interest in attracting Russian enterprises to stimulate business activity,
с российским капиталом
which also contributes to deepening economic integration in line with agreements reached at the level of presidents and heads of government.
в валютах и
Our partners welcome the expansion of Russian participation in infrastructure projects.
соседних
The resources of the Eurasian Development Bank and relevant programs of the Eurasian Economic Commission serve as significant support for this.
что также
We take into account that a significant portion of the material and technical base in Central Asia was built during the period when we lived and developed within the framework of a single state, the Soviet Union.
мы это видим, они приветствуют.
However, that was a long time ago, and the operational life of this infrastructure is quite extended, often exceeding industry standards.
Ресурсов Евразии.
Consequently, modern Russian technologies and equipment are in high demand in the region.
Экономической комиссии.
When I refer to Russian technologies, I mean that we must compete in this market, which is increasingly attracting the attention of investors from other regions, such as the West and Asia.
Выстроена в период, когда
Therefore, issues of quality and the ability to promote our developments are of particular importance.
Союза, но это
I would also like to highlight several success stories and tangible examples of cooperation.
достаточно длительный во многих
These include the development of the eastern branch of the North-South International Transport Corridor and the participation of the Rosatom State Corporation in forming a regional nuclear cluster.
современные российские
Our companies have notable achievements in the development of mineral deposits, the construction of industrial and energy facilities, and the provision of digital services in energy, logistics, mining, processing industries, and digitalization.
из других
We consider these areas to be the most promising in terms of both expected returns on investment and the actual development of relevant industries in Central Asian countries.
свои
Given the modern trends that we observe and that are rapidly developing in the global economy, science, and technology,
истории успешного
a special place is held by the extraction and processing of critically important raw materials and the development and implementation of artificial intelligence technologies.
участия госкорпорации Росатом.
In conclusion, I would like to emphasize that we are meeting on the eve of the second Russia-Central Asia Summit scheduled for October.
в области разработки месторождений
It is planned to take place in Dushanbe in connection with the Commonwealth of Independent States Summit.
предоставления
The leaders of the 6 Central Asian states plus Russia will discuss the full range of interaction issues.
цифровизации. Мы считаем,
The agenda will undoubtedly include trade, economic, investment, industrial, and scientific technological topics.
зрения реального развития
The decisions and recommendations we formulate today, which I hope we will approve, will be useful in the context of preparing for the upcoming summit.